And here we are just over 24 hours later. So not quite the full 48. I'm kind of working on that second full day. I did have a really busy day yesterday. Phone came in at, I want to say at like 9 or 10. So UPS, got it into me to early or whatever. So that was pretty dope on their part. Shout out to them. And had to do back to school shopping for my daughter, and had to take my youngest to his appointment later on in the day. So super long, heavy day. Obviously the Fold was the only phone with me. Right now you're seeing video from the Fold, well, from the Pixel Fold. I should make that distinction because we got multiple foldables now here in the States. But you got video coming directly from the rear cameras on the Pixel Fold. I do have speech enhancement turned on because it is a little windy, and you got obviously there in the background major roads. You got cars going back and forth and things like that. But so far looking pretty good here on the viewfinder. Obviously, again, like I said, I am using those rear cameras and then the cover screen as the viewfinder, which will kind of just go ahead and segue into cameras. If you have a foldable, I don't care which one it is. I've always said this is the only way that you should be taking photo and video. Now, if you need to just take a quick, selfie shot for some identification purpose or something like that, then I could see you just using, the front cover selfie or the inside selfie camera or whatever. If you're on a video call, then I could totally see you using those cameras as well. But again, when it comes to like actually trying to get the best quality out of your phone, no smartphone. I would say maybe the Xiaomi Mi 11 Ultra with that rear display is probably a little bit better because obviously it wouldn't be as heavy, but foldables are still king in my regard when it comes to taking, full quality video using those rear cameras or whatever the case may be for like selfies and vlogs and things like that. So really enjoy that. Obviously did get a chance to compare it to the 7 Pro, and I'm gonna leave, kind of my definitive thoughts. I'm working on a video for that, but wasn't nearly as drastic. Fall off wasn't nearly as crazy as what I was, expecting or kind of hearing. It's kind of one of those things where you're gonna hear a lot, but in the end you gotta kind of, do your own research and kind of situation or whatever. So cameras so far have been pretty good. You guys are seeing the audio and the video quality, so you'll be able to tell me how, that looks and how that's shaping up. Next thing, we can talk a little bit about design, man. Design, obviously 100% on point. Definitely filling the cover screen. I was never someone who was like, the cover screen on the Z Fold is a deal breaker because it's so narrow, because some people are very much like in that category where it's a deal breaker. Some of them are like, look, it's just too narrow, I can't do it. Others are like, look, man, I got hands the size of, a galaxy or a planet. No pun intended. Galaxy phone, I know, just, yeah, whatever, roll with it. Wasn't even intended though. But either way, some people's hands are just really large. So I have about, I would say, average to maybe slightly above average. Like I can't palm a full pro size basketball, things like that. So like I said, I wouldn't say I have the smallest hands, but my hands obviously aren't the biggest either. So I didn't really have a problem, and it wasn't a deal breaker for me. But after using the wider cover screen here, I don't really want to go back. There's so many times where I just feel like I don't have to open the phone, or I don't have to worry about trying to open it up to do something on the inside cover. It's more of a, I open it when I'm choosing to open it, when I want to open it, and a lot of people were saying, oh, well, the whole purpose of a folding phone is the inside screen. No, the purpose of a folding phone is to have a great experience on both the front cover and the inside cover. The front cover, so that way you can use it as a normal phone and you're only opening it when you choose to actually open it. So that's kind of my MO when it comes to, screens and things like that. But yeah, hardware, A1, hinge feels amazing, giving me major Surface Duo vibes for those who have used that particular device, but major Surface Duo vibes with that. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about in terms of design. I don't think so. Like I said, this is just off the dome 24 hours later. Next, we'll talk about software a little bit, and then we'll kind of wrap it up with that, because I don't want to say anything definitively about really any other category with this device. So Software. I am seeing a lot of things that I like, and there are some little things here and there that I can tell like this is the first implementation of Google doing what they need to do for foldable software. And the reason I say that, you have some areas where it's like, okay, I can tell that they weren't quite thinking about this just yet, or they need more time to figure this out. And I'll give you an example. The inside screen, if I set a wallpaper, it automatically sets it on the cover screen as well. I want to be able to separate those. Not so much the phone experience. I know some people are asking for that. That's not that big of a deal for me personally. But the wallpaper aspect, I do. I use Wallpaper Engine, which is, if you don't know, dope live wallpapers. Go Google it. You'll definitely be downloading it and using it. But like, I have a wallpaper that stretches perfectly of my homeboy Gohan. Shout out to DBZ. It's the perfect wallpaper, and it'll stretch out perfectly on the inner display, but then it automatically crops on the outer display. So this little things like that, where you can tell they haven't quite polished it 100% just yet, but obviously as time goes on, those type of things will be taken care of. But again, you could definitely see in the software side where, you know, coming from something like the Z Fold, Samsung's definitely had more time to bake this concept from a, you know, hardware and software point. So like I said, I'm not going to be one to try to make it seem like this device is perfect. I don't think it's perfect. I do think, and again, this is really early, but I am willing to say that I do think that this device might be the perfect device for me. And that's really saying something. I always loved the foldable category. I just could never switch because the Z Fold never really gave me the camera experience that I wanted. And import foldables that I tried, those never really gave me like that global support. Things like Android Auto and all that stuff. I have to do workarounds and figure it out and tinker and all that stuff. And I don't really want to be bothered with that. I just want to set the phone up, use it, call it a day. And Pixel Fold is literally what, you know, is literally what it's been. It's the foldable aspect that I know and love from Samsung, mixed with Google software, Google cameras through and through. I'm really enjoying this device, man. So can't really see myself going back to, say, like the Pixel 7 Pro or even, like I said, the Z Fold, while they still have that particular cover screen. But that's where I'll kind of wrap it up here. Again, just over 24 hours. Honeymoon phase is still heavy in effect. We'll talk again in about a week and a half. And then I'll be able to let you guys know some more things definitively, like battery life and all that other good stuff, man. So we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thanks so much for all the love and support. As always, this is Ike's Tech Talk. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.